Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Krishnan Dupine. In the earlier video, I have solved the first 9 problems of the part B of the CMI MSc Data Science 2019 paper. In this video, I am going to solve the last 9 problems of this paper. So let's begin. Question number 10. Px is a polynomial with integer coefficients. N is a positive integer and a, b are two integers such that a is congruent to b mod n. We have to find that is it true that PA is congruent to PB mod n or not. Now if you see the properties of modular arithmetic, you will find that the sums and the differences and the products of congruence is congruent with respect to same modulus. So here A is congruent to B with modulus n, and as P is a polynomial with integer coefficients, their operations are only addition, subtraction or multiplication. So with these three arithmetic operations of congruence is congruent with respect to same modulus, and the modulus is same here, mod n. So this statement here it is true. Question number 11. A thin piece of metal of length 20 cm and width 16 cm is to be used to construct an open top box. A square will be cut from each corner and the sides will be folded up. What size corner should be cut so that the volume of the box is maximum? So suppose this is the thin piece of metal. This length is 20 cm and this width is 16 cm. Squares are cut here at the corner, and then along these dotted lines the sides will be folded up. Then this will be an open top box. Suppose this side corner is small a centimeter. For this open top box, the length is 20 minus 2a centimeter each side. The width is then 16 minus 2a centimeter, and the height of this box is a centimeter. So the volume V is equal to a into 20 minus 2a into 16 minus 2a centimeter cube. Now we have to find the value of a for which V is maximum. So first differentiate V with respect to a, then we will get dV dA equal to 20 minus 2a into 16 minus 2a minus 2 into a into 16 minus 2a minus 2 into a into 20 minus 2a. If we equate dV dA with 0 and just simplify this expression, then we will get it is 3a square minus 36a plus 80 equal to 0. So a is equal to 36 plus minus 36 square, which is 1296 minus 4 into 3 into 80 divided by 2 into 3. So it is 36 plus minus root over 336 divided by 6. So if you calculate this, it is coming more or less 9.06 or 2.95. Now if we calculate d2v dA2, it is coming 24a minus 144. If you just calculate this, you will get 24a minus 144. Now at a equal to 9.06, d2v dA2 is greater than 0, so it is not maximum. At a equal to 2.95, d2v dA2 is less than 0. So for the value 2.95 of a, V is maximum. So the answer is 2.95 centimeter. A equal to. Question number 12. N k are positive integer. The expansion of x1 plus x2 plus dot dot xk whole to the power n is given here. Summation n factorial divided by n1 factorial into n2 factorial dot dot nk factorial to x1 to the power n1 x2 to the power n2 into dot dot xk to the power n, where the sum is taken over all sequences n1 n2 to nk of non-negative integers such that n1 plus n2 plus dot dot nk equal to n. What is the coefficient of x to the power 5 in the expression of 1 plus 3x plus 2x square whole power 5. So according to this formula, we can write that this expression is equal to summation 4 factorial divided by a factorial into b factorial into c factorial where into 1 to the power a, 3x to the power b and 2x square to the power c, where a plus b plus c is equal to 4. Now we have to find the coefficient of x to the power 5. So here we can see that the power of x is b plus 2c, so it is equal to 5. So if you solve this equation 1 and equation 2, you will get this relation a equal to c minus 1. Now we will use trial and error. If c equal to 0, then from the relation 2 we are getting that b equal to 5, but it is not possible, and a is not equal to minus 1, obviously not, because a cannot be negative. This case is not possible. If c equal to 1, then a value according to this is 0 and then b value equal to 3 from this relation 2. This case is possible, so it is right. If c value is 2, then a value is 1 according to this, and then b value is equal to 1. This is also true. Now c cannot be more than 2. Suppose if c equal to 3, then according to the equation 2, b value is equal to minus 1, which is not possible. So only these two cases are possible. By c equal to 1, a equal to 0, b equal to 3, and c equal to 2, a equal to 1, b equal to 1. Now we have to find the coefficient. For the first case, the coefficient is 4 factorial divided by a factorial, which is 0 factorial into b factorial, 3 factorial into c factorial, 1 factorial into 1 to the power a, so we are neglecting that. Next it is 3 to the power b, 3 to the power 3 into 2 to the power c, so 2 to the power 1, plus the second case 4 factorial divided by 1 factorial to 1 factorial into 2 factorial into 1 to the power 1, we are neglecting that, is 3 to the power 1 into 2 to the power. So if you just make this sum, you will get this 360. Question number 13. How many positive integers are factors of 2310? If you factorize 2310, it is 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 11. Any factor of 2310 is a product of elements of this set. How many number of set is possible with these 5 prime numbers? Number of elements in the power set of this set A is 2 to the power 5, where the empty set, null set, corresponds to the fact that 1 is also a factor of 2310. So the number of positive integers of 2310 is 2 to the power 5, which is the number of elements in the power set of this set is. Question number 14. A thief picks a wallet and starts running at a speed of 5 meters per second with 0 acceleration. In 5 seconds, a policewoman notices the alarm and starts following the thief with a speed of 3 meters per second with a uniform acceleration of 1 meter per second square. How many seconds will it take the policewoman to catch the thief, assuming she follows the same path as that of the thief? So suppose it will take t seconds for the policewoman to catch the thief. So the thief has run total t second of times with a velocity of 5 meter per second. So total distance covered by the thief is 5t meter. The policewoman has run for t minus 5 seconds with a speed of 3 meter per second and a uniform acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So total distance covered by this policewoman is 3 into t minus 5 plus 1 into t minus 5 whole square divided by 2. Now these two distances are same. So if you equate these two, it will be 5t equal to 3 into t minus 5 plus half into t minus 5 whole square. If you just simplify this, it will be equal to t square minus 14t minus 5 equal to 0. If you just solve this, so the positive solution is 14.3, t equal to 14.3 seconds. So the answer is 14.3 seconds. Question number 15. Consider the following pseudocode for a function that operates on an n element array a1 a2 an of integers, where you can see that for I equal to 1 to n, the variable position is keeping the value of I, and for I equal to 1 to capital N, this loop is operating, and here they are comparing the element aj with the a of position, and here it is just interchanging the value of ai and a position. So the question A is explain what effect the function has on the input array A. This function is actually sorting the input array in ascending order. In each iteration of the for loop, the first for loop here, this one, it is assigning that the ith element is the minimum value, and after that it is comparing the ith element with next remaining elements up to the end, and if any element is smaller than the ith element which is comparing in this stage, if any element is smaller than the ith element, it is swapping. The swapping case is happening here. It is swapping the ith element with the smaller element. The answer of the question, you have to write this in a proper way, and this function is sorting the input array in ascending order. Now the question B is, if n equal to 100, then how many times the comparison ai is less than a position is checked? For n equal to 100, we are first checking from 1 to 100. Now for I equal to 1 case, here we are keeping position, this is value equal to I, so I here is 1, and we are checking this for loop for j equal to I plus 1, which is 2 to n is 100. We are checking this comparison ai is less than a position. So how many times it is checking? It is 99. So for I equal to 1, it is checking 99 times. Similarly for I equal to 2, position is 2. Again for j equal to, it is checking I plus 1, which is 3 to 100. So how many times it is checking? 98. So we are getting similarly for I equal to 99, the position is 99, and for 100 to 100, that means it is checking one time, only one time it is checking. For I equal to 100, it is also position 100, it is not checking. So we are seeing that the total number of cases where it is checking the condition, it is the first case 99, second case 98, dot similarly 1. If you do this sum, it will be 99 into 100 divided by 2, which is 4950. Description for the next three questions. The breakup of the color of cars sold by an Indian company in a given year is provided in the pie chart. The bar chart shows the number of grey colored cars sold in different cities. The first question, question number 16, saying that how many blue cars were sold in that year. So in the pie chart, it is shown in a percentage. So we can see for grey color, the total percentage is 18%. From the bar graph, we can see the total sales of grey car are 180 plus 360 plus 800 plus 400 plus 230 plus 280. If you add this, you will get 2250. So total number of grey cars sold is 2250. Now it is 18% of total. So if total number of cars sold is X, its 18% is 2250. So the value of X is, if you just calculate this will be equal to 12500. So how many blue cars were sold The total number of blue cars sold were 14% of total sales. So total number of blue cars is 12500 into 14%, which is 1750. So it is the answer of question number 16. Now question number 17 is, if the proportion of grey cars sold in Delhi is the same as the proportion of red cars sold in Delhi, how many red cars were sold in Delhi? So total number of red cars sold is 16% of the total. So it is 12500 into 16 by 100, which is 2000. Total number of grey cars sold is 2250, and in Delhi total number of grey cars sold is 180. So similarly, suppose Y is the number of red cars sold in Delhi, and total number of red cars is 2000. If you calculate Y from this relation, you will get Y equal to 160. So total number of red cars sold in Delhi is 160. This is the answer of question number 17. Now question number 18 is, 12% of all cars were sold in Chennai. What is the largest possible percentage of brown cars sold in Chennai? Rounded off to the nearest integer. The total number of cars is 12500 and 12% of them is sold in Chennai. So in Chennai, total number of cars sold is 1500. This is total number of cars. And from this bar graph, you can see that among these 1500 cars, 400 are grey cars. So remaining cars are 1500 minus 400, which is 1100. Now you can see from this pie chart that 12% cars are brown cars of total. So similarly here, 12% is 1500. So total number of brown cars are 1500 in total all over India. Now if these remaining all 1100 cars are all brown cars, that's what it is asked here, that what is the largest possible percentage of brown cars sold in Chennai. So the largest possible percentage of brown cars sold in Chennai is 1100 divided by these 1500 brown cars into 100. If you just calculate this will be equal to 220 divided by 3, which is 73.33%, and it is rounded off to the nearest integer, it is 73%. So I have completed the last 9 problems of 2019 CMI paper. I hope it was helpful. Please share this among friends, subscribe to this channel. In the next video, it will be the CMI 2020 papers, the first 10 problems of the MCQ part, the part A. So stay tuned for that. See you in the next one. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.